Final race of the 70th anniversary Southern 100 is the Daryl Blake Construction Sidecar Championship race over 8 laps. Let's get out to cross four ways and Rob.
And the sighting lap is getting past us right now. No time to lose. First 4 outfits through. Lambert and Haynes are there as well. Open bump free, and both Lockie and Rostron, they both improved during the previous race. Carl Fennick had a promising campaign as a newcomer driver. It's Baker and Dawkins, and then we've got Kirkham and Gash on the number 83 outfit on the way through. So we've also had the Crows, we've also had Crawford and Hardy, and we've also had Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. There is Marshall and Pitt on the 25 outfit. Number 17, Charlie Morfitt, the newcomer driver who's improved throughout the week. Numbers 13, 32 and 30. And then number 66, James Hanks and Jonathan Kirk. Number 42, Ian Reck. And number 96, Jim and Ben Gale. They've had trouble with that machine, haven't they, as the travelling marshals come through? Jim and Ben Gale, they've had trouble with that mechanically throughout this week or so. Can they find some sort of consolation from what's no doubt been a frustrating week? Sidecar Championship race, here we go. Over to you, Tim.
Well, if it's anything like the race we had the other evening, where there's a bit of fairing, bashing, but all fair racing as well, but some absolutely thrilling footage taken, we are in for yet another treat. After the thrilling solo championship race, we now move to the Daryl Blake Construction Sidecar Championship race. 8 laps for these machines to get through, and well, we're see our pole sitters there. Number 7, Ryan and Callum Crowe. 4, Lee Crawford and Scott Hardy, and Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. 77 in there, just out of the unit at the moment, Tim Reeves and Kevin Golsh. 4th row is Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes and Carl Fennick and Jake Roberts, and on the 5th row Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey. But the bike's still coming over School Hill Rise, and yeah, a number of people just getting out of the passenger chair or even the driver's position just to have a little stretch and get themselves into the zone ahead of this race. Others looking back. Is the grid being formed, and yes, you've better get back in the units. Everybody is now, because at the back of the grid, the marshal with the green flag waves it away. Watch the lights as the board goes up. You can hear those revs going up, up and up. And away we go, and it's a good start by Founds and Walmsley. Everybody is safely away. Chris Kinley.
It is a great start by Founds and Walmsley. You've got to keep your eyes up the road. It's 72 and into second place, though. It is 87. And look at that, the Crows are back in about 6th place. So it's 87, Carl Fennick and Jake Roberts up the 2nd place. But it's 72, Founds and Walmsley with the Crow boys back in 5th.
Well, they've got some work to do now. That was a cracking start from Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, and Ryan and Callum Crowe for their own standard were a little bit sluggish away. So we'll just complete the grid for you, because 6, and who's in here? 14, Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostron, and Tony Baker and Tom Dawkins, who are number 9. They were on the 6th row. We've got 7th row of Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller, number 23. 25, David Marshall and Anthony Pitter in there. 83, Michael Kirkup and Mark Gash. 13 is Robert Hancock and Liam Gordon. 32, Eric Lenzer and Ane Rosset. We've got Christopher Morfitt and Dave Ryder, number 17. We've got Richard Butler and Josh Saunders, number 30. 66 is James Hanks and Jonathan Kirk, and 42, Paul Rack and Ian Tennant. So Founds and Walmsley with a cracking start. The Crows have got a challenge. Rob Pritchard, cross four ways.
They have got a lot of work to do, as to what we've heard from Chris Kinley there, that they dropped right back, just didn't get the start they wanted. And we heard that Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, the 2022 Sidecar champions, have made a great start here. Out front here across four ways on the opening lap is Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. They've opened up a big gap to Carl Fennick and Jake Roberts in 2nd, Tim Reeves, Kevin Colsh in 3rd. Then it's Lambert and Haynes, Lockie and Rostron, Ryan and Crowe are behind. Hope and Bumfrey as well. Baker and Dawkins, Kirkham and Gash, Marshall and Pitt. Lenzer and Rosset on the way through as well. Charlie Morfitt coming through cross four ways here, so you can smell the tyre smoke on the way through. Hanks and Kirk, Gordon and Hancock. Yukon Pairings number 30 and 96 on the way through as well here. Number 96, Ben and Jim Gale. at the back of that group at the moment. So Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley leading. No sign of the number 4 outfit of Lee Crawford and Scott Hardy as the travelling marshal comes through. Ryan and Callum Crowe furiously trying to make their way back through the rest of the field. But this is a brilliant opening lap from the newcomer driver, 87, which is Carl Fenwick and the passenger Jake Roberts. To you, Tim.
Yeah, what a start. That's shaken things up. But here is our leading outfit. And it is that number 72 fared outfit of Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley that the Crows have up into 4th now. It is number 87 that has got himself up there. Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts, they still are in 2nd place, but they're 4.436 seconds down on Founds and Walmsley. 3rd is still number 77, Reeves and Colch. But the Crows, Ryan and Callum, are up into 4th place now, but they're 5.5 seconds behind Founds and Walmsley. In 5th place, it's outfit number 69, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. In 6th place, it's number 14, Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostrom. In 7th place is number 16, that's Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey. In 8th position, number 9, Tony Baker and Tom Dawkins. In 9th position, it's number 83, that's Michael Kirkup and Mark Gash. In 10th, it's number 25, that being David Marshall and Anthony Pitt. And in 11th place, number 32, is Eric Lenzer and Ane Rosset. 12th is number 17 being Charlie Morfitt and Dave Ryder. And in 13th position, it's 66 being James Hanks and Jonathan Kirk. But Founds and Jevon Walmsley nearly 5 seconds out in front. Let's go out to cross 4 ways and Rob.
It is a commanding lead here. They are Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, your race leaders. They have opened up that gap. It's now Ryan and Callum Crowe up into 2nd. They are on the charge here, but they've got ground to make up. Tim Reeves and Kevin Colch up into 3rd. Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts drop into 4th. Lambert and Haynes in 5th. Then it's Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostron just ahead of Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey through cross 4 ways. Then a bit of a gap in the road, so it's Founds and Walmsley leading. Ryan and Callum Crowe up into 2nd now and on the charge. Baker and Dawkins, the number 9 outfit, they're being followed closely by Kirkup and Gash on the number 83 machine through cross 4 ways. Now number 25 of David Marshall and Anthony Pitt. And then a couple of seconds back, number 32, Eric Lenzer and Ane Rosset. Charlie Morfitt on the way through as well, along with Robert Hancock and Liam Gordon. So Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley still leading as James Hanks comes through cross 4 ways as well. But Ryan and Callum Crowe are bearing down on them. They've made their way through the field as the number 30 outfit arrives. To you, Tim.
Well, this is made for a fascinating contest now. Here are our leaders. Founds and Walmsley, 100.350, but the Crows, 102.191 miles per hour in 2nd. 77, Tim Reeves, and his passenger, the German Kevin Goldschar, in 3rd. 4th is number 87. And that, of course, is Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts. So Founds and Walmsley's lead is down to 2.830 seconds. So the Crows are on a charge. The Crows are definitely on a charge after a pretty awful start by their very high standards. So 6th place, 7th place we get to is number 16, that's Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey. In 8th place it's number 9, Tony Baker and Tom Dawkins. In 9th position and moving up is 83, and that is Michael Kirkup and Mark Gash. And in 10th position it is number 25 being David Marshall and Anthony Pitt. So Founds and Walmsley, they're lapping at over 100, but lapping at over 102 in 2nd are the Crows. So 72 leads 7, 2.830 seconds, and then it's a further 6 seconds back to in 3rd place Tim Reeves and Kevin Golsh. What a thriller again. The Crows are coming. Let's go out to cross 4 ways and Rob.
Indeed they are, and they're almost right on the tail now of Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley who are leading the race. Number 7, Ryan and Callum Crowe, they are right on the coattails of Founds and Walmsley through cross 4 ways on this latest lap. This is some recovery Just to let you know of a retirement on the previous lap here across 4 ways. We'll get to that in a moment. Tim Reeves and Kevin Colch in third at the moment. They've pulled clear of number 87, Carl Fenwick, and Jake Roberts in fourth, who in turn still lead Lambert and Haynes in fifth by a couple of seconds. Wayne Lockey and Matthew Rostron have Hope and Pumphrey just in behind them as both head into cross 4 ways. Have Hope and Pumphrey looking up the inside. Have they held that? Not quite sure they have done. That's a good old battle that's going on. But yes, a retirement on the previous lap across 4 ways here for number 96, Jim Gale and Ben Gale. Disappointment for them. 83, Michael Kirkup and Mark Gash on the way through as well. Plenty of open road to themselves. But Ryan and Callum Crowe have made up some serious ground. They are now right behind Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley coming to the end of lap 3. Back to you, Tim.
I've got a feeling we've got new leaders. Just from what I saw on the bridge, and that is now confirmed. We have got new leaders. 102.638 miles per hour for Ryan and Callum Crowe. 102.747 was the new lap record set the other evening. Tim Reeves and Kevin Colch are in third. And there's number 87. 87, of course, being Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts. Greg, two together there, just nearly crossing the line together. But new leaders after their awful start. They're 0.376 seconds ahead of Founds and Walmsley. 69, Greg Lambert is in third with his passenger Andrew Haynes, not in third, in fifth. Sixth is number 16, and that is Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey. Seventh place is number 14, that's Wayne Lockey and Matthew Rostrom. And in eighth position, it's number 83, Michael Kirkup and Mark Gash. But it is the Crows that now lead this championship race, the Daryl Blake Construction Championship race, which will conclude a fantastic meeting down here for the Platinum Anniversary. 0.376, it's still very much race on, but Founds and Walmsley now in second. The Crows have the lead. Robert, cross 4 ways.
Yeah, Founds and Walmsley have got a couple of questions they'll want to ask. It's Ryan and Callum Crowe who just seem to have stretched that a little bit to Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. The leading two are a country mile in front of the rest of the field at the moment, but Ryan and Callum Crowe just seem to be eking out a bit more ground there on Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, the 2022 champions there. The powers of recovery of Ryan and Callum Crowe there with that machine that they've got. A fair few seconds back here. Here is still in the top 3, that's Tim Reeves, the multiple world and British champion, along with Kevin Colch. 87, Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts a couple of seconds back. Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. Now it's Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey who've moved ahead, as we heard, up on Gaston Bypass, ahead of number 14, Wayne Lockey and Matthew Rostron. They've made a little bit of a move here across 4 ways on the previous lap. We couldn't tell from this angle if they'd made the move just after cross 4 ways on the previous lap, but they clearly have done elsewhere around the course, and they do now move up. To you, Tim.
Yeah, we've seen the machine across, and well, there's a bit of an advantage being eked out here by the Crows. They are 1.859 seconds ahead now of Founds and Walmsley. 102.640 is the quickest lap that they've achieved on that last lap, lap 4, and a quick lap for Founds and Walmsley of 101.629 wasn't enough to see the advantage go out to nearly 2 seconds. Tim Reeves then and his passenger Kevin Colch in third place. Tim would be delighted with that after missing out at the TT because of the late withdrawal of a major sponsor. He's got a package together by hook or by crook, and he's back racing here on the Isle of Man. Fourth place is number 87, that's Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts. They're only 5 seconds behind Reeves. 69 is fifth, that's Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes as another outfit goes through. Number 83, come to him in a moment. Sixth is number 16, that's Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey. Seventh is number 14 being Wayne Lockey and Matthew Rostrom, and in 8th position is number 83, that's Michael Kirkup and Mark Gash. But it's the Crows now, just shy of outright lap record pace. They are leading this race now by 1.859 seconds from Founds and Walmsley. Let's go out to Robert, cross 4 ways.
Here come your race leaders and outright sidecar lap record holders, Ryan and Callum Crowe. They've opened up that gap yet again to 72. Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley here, who just at the moment, despite their excellent pace, it must be said, in its own right, they just don't seem to have an answer to the pace that Ryan and Callum Crowe have right now at the moment. That advantage seems to be stretched, and those two far out in front of the rest of the field. You mentioned Tim Reeves coming over the start line as well, and you mentioned getting that machine together, hooker by crook. That Cosmic Racing Kawasaki that's making its way towards us has been developed by a certain Dave Molyneux, so it's been with some of the best hands in the business, that thing. There is Tim Reeves and Kevin Kolsch in third, still keeping a bit of a cushion to 87. Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts, what a ride this is by the newcomer driver. Carl Fenwick in fourth, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes, Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey, number 14, Wayne Lockyer and Matthew Rostron. I just wonder if Hope and Bumfrey and Lockyer and Rostron are just starting to catch Lambert and Haynes. To you, Tim.
Here's our race leaders, the grey outfit of the Crows, and they've got an extended advantage, 103.281 miles per hour. A new outright lap record for the sidecars from the Jerby brothers, Ryan and Callum Crowe. 103.281 miles per hour, and it's under the 2 minutes 30 for a lap as well. Their lead now over Founds and Walmsley extended to 4.5 seconds. What an achievement. 103.281 miles per hour. There is Tim Reeves and Kevin Clutch in that third position, and great performance, as Rob was alluding to there, by Carl Fenwick, the newcomer, and Jake Roberts. And there's a fierce battle all the way down the order. Fifth is 69, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. Sixth is number 16, Hope and Bumfrey. And in seventh, number 14 being Wayne Lockyer and Matthew Rostrom. But 103.281 miles per hour for Ryan and Callum Crowe, who really have pulled the pin and taken charge after, well, being down 5th, 6th place in the beginning. There's going to be some stories to tell if they can get their machine to the end of this 8-lap race. Rob Pritchard.
I never thought I'd say these words, but that lap was absolutely outrageous. Here they are, Ryan and Callum Crowe, out front commanding the race, just tearing up the record books. There's number 72, Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, who, again, let's be clear, have not been slouches in their own right in this race. They put in some great pace, but just such is the pace of Ryan and Callum Crowe. That is a stratospheric lap at over 103 miles an hour. There was an overtake on the previous lap as well. Must mention, Robert Hancock and Liam Gordon, the number 13 outfit, have managed to get past the number 17 outfit of Charlie Morfitt and Dave Ryder as well, so there was a little bit of a change in the order further back. But we await to see the third-placed outfit on this 6th lap of 8. Tim Reeves and Kevin Kolsch on their way through here on the Cosmic Racing machine. Then Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts, who again have just dropped back by a second or two, I would think. But there's not another machine in sight behind them at the moment. That battle for 5th could be interesting. To you, Tim.
Here they are again, the outright lap record holders. Haven't gone quicker on this lap, but here's the team in second. Founds and Walmsley, and the gap has gone out to 6.710 seconds. Let's just put this in context, as Rob's alluded to. Founds and Walmsley are lapping at 101.629 miles per hour here, and they can't keep pace with Ryan and Callum Crowe, who are at 103, that mark now, 0.281, an outright three-wheeler chair record here at the Southern 100. So we wait for the outfit to come into view in third place. Hopefully number 70. No, it's a change. It is 77 there. Yep. Tim Reeves and his passenger, the German newcomer Kevin Kolsch. And in fourth place, number 87, Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts. And still that sort of 4.5, 5 second gap between the pair. What a battle those two are having. Number 16 now up into fifth place, Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey. And number 14 is up now into sixth position. Number 14 being the newcomers, of course. No, not newcomers. Wayne Lockyer and Matthew Rostrom. It's the newcomers. Carl Fenwick is doing really, really well in that fourth place. But I think Tim Reeves just has the measure on him. And there is number 83 going through. Michael Kirkhope and Mark Gash in at seventh. Let's go to Rob Pritchard at Cross Four Ways.
And in a flash, the Crows are past us here at Cross Four Ways. There's number 72, Pete Founds, and Jevon Walmsley again just dropping a little bit back here. News of another retirement to bring it across Four Ways on the previous lap. Number 69, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. They were just coasting really to a stop here at Cross Four Ways, right from where we could actually see the tree line up towards the dip that makes its way towards us. So they've had to coast a little bit of a way, but they have eventually come to a stop here at Cross Four Ways. Unfortunately, that is race over for the number 69 outfit. That means Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey and number 14, Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostron will be promoted up a place for these remaining couple of laps. Ryan and Callum Crowe still extending that advantage over Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. They have not let up despite such what was a poor start by their standards. Here's the number 77 of Tim Reeves and Kevin Colch. To you, Tim.
Yep, here are our leaders now through, starting the last lap, and it is Ryan Crowe and Callum Crowe. 103.281 on lap 5. They completed 7. It's outfit number 72 there, Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. They are 10.385 seconds down on the Crows. The Derby brothers are excelling here around the Motor Isle Boulogne course at the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company 70th anniversary meet in the Daryl Blake Construction Sidecar Championship race. 8 laps to go. They've done 7. They'll be just hoping they don't hear anything untoward as they do this final 4.25 miles to get out to Cross Four Ways and then back here and complete the 8 laps and take the checkered flag. There's an enormous gap down to 3rd, but here they are. Tim Reeves and his German newcomer passenger Kevin Kolsch, and there's number 87 Carl Fenwick and Jake Roberts in 4th place, and that's just tightened up. It's 4 seconds now. It's been around 4.5 to 5, so just a little bit back, but they've only got one more lap to do this in now. But it is the Crows who are seemingly on their way to victory. They've got to get their outfit home though first. Let's go to Rob.
The Crows flying high, and they're catching up towards the back of the order here as numbers 13, 32 and 17 come through. And then it's number 7, Ryan and Callum Crowe, your race leaders, your record breakers through Cross Four Ways. The Derby brothers who are catching the traffic towards the end of the lap. There was an overtake on the previous lap. Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostron moving ahead of Darren Hope and Lenny Bumfrey. Number 72, Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. They just haven't had an answer to the Crows' pace, but make no mistake, they have been fast in this race. Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, that isn't even their machine as well after what happened at the TT. It is the property of Alan Founds, the Yamaha. They've managed to get it together for the Southern 100, and it has proved its pace here. So they're on course for second as it stands at the moment. A big gap in the field, as I've mentioned. The leading two have already caught the back of the order on this final lap. Ryan and Callum Crowe, a dominant performance despite dropping all the way down to 6th on the opening lap past Chris Kinley on Castletown Bypass. They are record breakers. To you, Tim.
Yep, just a few of the lower order riders who've got them mixed in there, so just making the call early. And here they come, here they come. They are Southern 100 champions, Sidecar champions. Ryan and Callum Crowe take the checkered flag, take the honours, take the outright lap record out as well. And here are the crew in second, Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. We'll let you know who's third. Let's go to Chris Kinley.
Quite incredible when you look back on those laps. A 103.281 and a 103.047, a 103.21 and then a 102 to finish us off. But Pete and Jev, they're in as well, second place. Just waiting for a confirmation on the third place. Hopefully Tim Reeves is going to make a podium return here to the Motor Isle Boulogne circuit. And well, we'll get straight in and speak to Ryan and Callum and give them the information and give them the data. Well, first of all, before I tell you what the lap speeds are, I'm not going to tell you that just yet. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. Take a guess.
103.2.
Nope. Yeah, 103.281. Well done. Congratulations, Southern 100 champion. But talk through the start.
Oh, well, I pressed the map switch, and I didn't realise I did, and it was like, I was like, what's going on here? I just thought, oh, map switch. Oh, took off.
And away she went. You had a lot of traffic to get through then. You're down about 7th going through Ballabeg, lap 1.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I just gave the boys plenty of space and I didn't think I was going to catch up, to be fair, but I just grit my teeth in it and went for it.
You did, because you did a 103.2, a 103.0, then a 103.212.
That's right.
But the quickest lap is a 103.281. Happy days, and Southern 100 champion.
That's all right, innit?
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah, no, I've got one more championship to go and chase now. It's Derby this weekend, so
Are you going to go there and try and smash records again, I suppose? Sorry, Cal.
we'll try.
Cal, how did that look from you at the start? You must have thought, what's he doing?
I knew I was in for a ride on that one. Jesus Christ. It wasn't easy, that one. I was flat out every lap. Not one bit of rest. Sliding in church bends, bloody hell.
Sliding in, sliding out.
Sliding in, sliding out everywhere.
103.281, your quickest lap as well.
That's just mental, isn't it?
The first 103 mile an hour lap for a sidecar around the circuit. But obviously, that's going to stand for a while because they're changing the regs and everything for next year, boys, aren't they?
Yeah, I heard that, yeah. But, hey, we couldn't ask for a better season so far, could we? It's been going perfect. We can't thank all the sponsors enough and all the teams and businesses and development companies that have all helped us make this machine to what it is. So without them, it wouldn't be possible. And it's proven, and it's proof in the pudding. She's a rocket ship and she's handles good, and yeah, she's just a weapon, isn't she?
Certainly is, boys. Congratulations, and you're going to enjoy the square tonight, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'm going to get drunk.
Half a lager.
I was going to say the wrong word there.
Yeah, you're very, very close. You normally do. Anyway, Ryan and Callum, well done, boys.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
man.
much.
Cheers, Carl.
So Pete and Jev, where are we? Just quickly here for Pete and Jev. Sorry, Kevin, Tim, just to get in there. You two, well done, boys. Considering where you were, lying by the side of the road at the exit of, at the exit of Kurt Michael a couple of months ago, and a couple of podiums at Milan. Welcome back and well done.
Cheers, mate. Just to correct you on that, though, I did get up and walk across the track and ask some lovely elderly gentle folk if I could sit in their garden. So thanks to them, yeah.
You'd do anything for a rest, wouldn't you?
I didn't get a cup of tea, but that's all right.
Oh, no biscuits.
No biscuits either, no.
What did you think of the start? Cal Fenwick on an absolute cracking start. These boys are bobbling behind. You must have thought, hang on, we're away here.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. I thought, hey, Ryan's giving us a chance. He's starting in second gear here. So, it's one of them, innit? He's just got to capitalise on it and go for it. Yeah.
You weren't on as fast pace as what you were the other night.
No, we made a few changes and maybe we went the wrong way, to be honest. But it was, in for a penny, in for a pound sometimes. You've got to try things, haven't you?
And Jev, you could see him coming, couldn't you?
Yeah, I saw him coming in and I was waiting for him to come past us on the straight, to be fair. But yeah, it was good. It was a good race. It was good fun.
Your thoughts on his lap time or speeds? 103.281.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's some pace. Some pace.
All right, listen, back next year.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You'll
With
see
your own outfit.
Well, hopefully, yeah. You'll see us here with our own outfit, and thanks to everyone that's been helping us out. So, massive shout out to everyone who's doing that. So, yeah, the hard graft starts when we get home and start building our own bike.
For next year. Goodness, well done, boys. Congratulations. See you down the square later. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Jev. And where is Tim Reeves? Just about to go on. Sorry, I'm just going to get in there. Tim. Third place, Kevin as well. Well done, boys.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I think we bit off more than we could chew, really, after not riding an F2 for a year and coming and riding a bike that I've never been on. But no excuses. It's nice to be here, mate. And to be honest, I was actually enjoying riding round. And it's good for Kevin. He's never been here before. And for sure, I'm going to go away and build a rocket and come back and have a go at these boys. I don't like riding around like that. You know me, I want to fight with them. And so we'll go away, we'll build a new bike and we'll be back. But a massive thanks to Mark Codden and Mullen from the Cosmic Group. If it wasn't for them, we would never have been able to come here. And as everyone knows, it's one of my favourite events. And I think they're happy with that.
I think so. And just your thoughts quickly, Tim, as an experience and a champion around here. The pace they've just done, 103.281.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Was that Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great job. He's riding on the crest of a wave at the minute, the boys, and we've camped with them all week, and they're a pleasure to be around. You know, they're so professional. And I said to Ryan in the week, he's really impressed me how he goes about things. And yeah, they're young lads, and they work within the sport as if they've been in it for years and years and years, and when they haven't. And that's why they're where they are, and they have got a good career ahead of them. And it'd be good if we could get them on a long bike, wouldn't it? And hopefully I could give them a bit of tuition. Maybe we could get them a World Championship back to the Isle of Man, eh? We'll have to see.
That'd be nice. Well done. And also, Kevin, on the podium at Milan. Congratulations.
Yeah, more than I expected. I actually came without any expectations, and it was fantastic riding with Tim. It's always a pleasure, and I love the roads. I did my newcomers this year on the Isle of Man, now the newcomers here, and couldn't have been better.
Congratulations, well done. We'll let you enjoy the moment, Kevin, Tim. Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks, fellas. Cheers, thank you. So I think we're okay, we're right for time, I think. We need to get on with the presentations because we need to get going. Are you doing the presentation, Peter? Sarah, okay, that's all right. That's good then. All right, no problem at all. I think we are just about ready. I think the King of the Roads guys are done. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the presentation for the Daryl Blake Construction Sidecar Championship race. And ladies and gentlemen, give you a big hand of applause for Sarah and Peter, who are going to do the presentations. Thank you, guys. Better cheer than that, eh? What at that, eh? Right, folks, in third place, number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Kolsch. And that noise in the background is Jim and Ben Gale getting back to the paddock. Well done to Tim and well done to Kevin. And the second podium of the week, or nearly said the weekend, is number 72. Good to have them back. Pete Founds and Jevon Wormsley. Well done to Pete, well done to Jev, getting a great round of applause. Get to kiss from Sarah, and hopefully not from Peter, but there you go. And they get the Forage and Vintners sparkling wine and the blue hats for second position. And number 42 has also just got back as well, Paul Reck and Ian Tennant. And ladies and gentlemen, with a new lap record of 103.281, it's the boys from Derby. It's Ryan and Callum Crowe. Well done to the boys, absolutely brilliant, winning the Daryl Blake Sidecar Championship race for 2025 to bring down the curtain here on the meeting. But don't forget the presentation at 8:30 this evening. Get yourself down to the square. So they get the laurel wreaths over their neck with the Daryl Blake Construction name on the side. Thanks to Daryl again for supplying the scaffold that Rob Pritchard stands on at Cross Four Ways. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Reeves and Kevin Kolsch. We've also got Pete Founds and Jevon Wormsley, and your champions, Ryan and Callum Crowe. And there goes the champagne